I'm going to do announcements real quick, and then we're going to get started. So for the announcements, they're generally the same as they were for Bib. So if you're still here after Baptized in Blood, you can wait a minute, because I'm going to do it again. We have our next game on the 24th of September. That'll be Kingdom of Darkness, Session 11. And then on the 27th, we have a back-to-back double feature again, Baptized in Blood and then Door of Eternity. Okay, so that's the schedule. Next thing is updates for the upcoming games. So for players, if you haven't voted in the War Room's current poll, please go do so. It's about group building. So how we want to do our group building for the next chapter. Next chapter's games, there's going to be 4 of them, not 6, 4. And then when all of the current games are done, we're going to start them. So the first 2 games we're going to play are Song of the Crown and From Depths Unkind. Those are the first 2 games we're playing. The next 2 games are going to come after both of those are done. So there might be a little bit of delay in this stuff because finishing out games, but you know, some of that stuff is subject to change, some of it isn't. Really depends. That's pretty much it for announcements. I don't have anything else in that vein, so we're gonna go ahead and move over to our gameplay here. We got all 5 of our players here. Hooray! We just finished up with fucking Baptized in Blood, so yeah, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's in our wonderful foundry. Great. I gotta find you guys. Who remembers where we were?
I believe we were in the
solar.
Well, we were heading back to the solar just after we finished gathering materials from the forge.
Right.
We fought the kids. Yeah, I thought we did the little impromptu surgery veterinarian work in the solar, but I could be wrong.
No, that was in the forge. Yeah, that's where you guys are. You guys have just finished up your thing in the forge. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Found you. Activate. Okay. So, you had defeated the shades, you had gathered some materials, you'd done some crafting, and you're still pondering the nature of this world and the existence you all lead and live. You have shown yourselves to be capable in front of a visitor, this person here, who has called herself Rahal. Belkorog seems to be quite confident that this person is, at the very least, not here to harm you all, as he speaks to her as he would to a guest like you all. So, that said, go ahead and put a little bit of ambiance on for us. And okay, the scene is yours.
The Great Panjandum feels like it's been weeks since we carried on our conversation.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh yes, I do.
Rotak is still licking his crystal eyeball.
Glol, glol.
Would you please stop that? That's so gross.
It feels weird.
Maybe just blink a bunch of times.
To
What is blinking?
Oh jeez. To sidetrack the group for a second there, I do have a new avatar that I recently uploaded. That the lovely Data Slice created for me, and I'm using that now as my Discord avatar and for my reactive. And it's pretty fucking sweet. So I wanted to make sure
Nice.
I shouted out the artist who made it, and because it's definitely new and all that fun stuff. So take a look at it when you get a chance. She did a great job. Anyway, continue. Sorry. Rotax looking his eyeball. It's weird.
All right. We were all fucking exhausted. And we didn't actually manage to harvest any of that spicy hydrilium.
Nope.
I thought we harvested some, but like we had to use some immediately for the eye and all that.
We used some of the gooey hydrilium for the eye, but we didn't get any spicy hydrilium.
Yeah, you used this one up here, but not this one down here. So.
Oh yeah, because it's explosive, right?
Yeah, that one explodes if you fuck with it too much. I mean, they all do, but this one explodes worse.
If you fuck it, you say.
Well, the gooey hydrilium's better for that. Self-lubricating.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
Indeed.
All I know is if you're gonna make a pacemaker, use Arcite.
Man, electrical.
All right. I've burned through too much magic to make myself good at stuff, and so I can't make myself good at mining right now. I think we were going to retire to the solar unless anyone else had something they wanted to do here.
No, because I thought we talked to this lady already.
Yeah.
I could swear we did. The problem is I don't have the notes for it anymore, and it's been so long.
You did talk to her.
It was.
And you
She watched. I know she watched us fight the Shades, and we were all like, "Why didn't you fight them?" And they're like, "Oh, because they're scared of me." And we're like, "Oh, okay, great."
Yeah, that was pretty much the conversation. She didn't feel the need to fight them. So.
Yeah, if nobody's got anything, I think we hit the hay, harvest some hydrilium tomorrow, and then we get back to... I'm trying to make a suit of armor. Other people have things they want to train.
What was I doing again? I think I was just spear training.
You
Can
were
I continue that?
You were done with the heavy spear training. You were trying to do strength training.
Do. Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, you guys then, if you're all good with that, you guys head back to the solar.
It's been so long.
Go ahead and reload that for you guys, and just go. I will drop your tokens in a second. First, I wish.
Looks different, kind of. Is it? Does it?
I think it's been so long since we've been here.
It's just like, is this place new? No. It just smells
My
like
brain screams this is high def for some reason, but also, yeah, it's just been so long. Oh god, everything's so bright. Why is it so bright?
I was like, oh, this looks different. Oh no, my eyeballs.
My retinas.
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
Why am I a walking flashlight?
You are a walking
What's
flashlight.
my eyeball?
Because it's your eyeball, yes. Your
Yeah.
your eyeball's doing that.
Rotak is wandering around everywhere like, oh god, why is it all so bright?
It's just like, ah!
He washes the color out of any scene he's in.
Let me just turn that down for you. We can see it on the map.
Do you guys see the way that literally everything just turns to white?
No, they can't see that because it's just limited to you, but you can see it over on the stream
God.
side. So let me just turn that on down.
This is hilarious.
Just maybe give that just a little bit of different.
I wish you guys could see what I meant when I said, oh god, why is it so bright?
Yeah, there you go. Let me fix you.
Well, now it's dark.
Yeah, I deleted you. Alright. Yep, no, that didn't help. Okay.
Wax on, wax off.
Yep,
I said, let there be light, let there be dark.
that didn't help at all. All right, let's just delete that update. And then, boop. Better. Yeah, that's normal. That's what it should look like.
Ah, yes, excellent. Am I still producing light?
You are not producing. You don't produce any light. Right now. I think your eyeball can. I put your eyeball in there. Let's see.
Oops, I only wrote down I got a special eyeball. I didn't write down what it does.
It gives you color spray. That's what it does.
Right,
And
and
dark
dark
vision.
vision.
Yeah, and dark vision. Yeah,
So, like, does it spray from his fingers or from his eyeball?
from his eyeball.
I love that.
Okay. Drill just casually moving around all the shit.
I don't know how I selected all that.
Just unselect them. You can just draw a box around empty space and it should unselect everything.
There we go.
This is a much less directed campaign than like Baptized in Blood, which is very directed. I would call this like 50% directed.
And 50% of us walking into rooms that we shouldn't.
Yep. It's...
Don't call me out like that.
Oh, no, I'm calling everybody out. We've all done it.
Oh, fair enough.
That's the whole
Fair enough.
team.
That's just our thing.
This token references an actor which no longer exists within the world.
That's the box. Yeah, I delete that. It's just a regular drill and trident. That's a scavenge plate. Yeah, deflecting coccytus and
These
Did
are
you
the two.
delete my chest. Excuse you.
yeah, I deleted your chest. Sorry.
What the? I had stuff in there.
Don't
Hey,
worry.
didn't we all dump stuff?
You'll get it back.
Yeah.
You've been attacked.
Jesus.
I don't actually know if I had stuff in there or not.
I know.
pretty sure I
I
did.
dropped supplies somewhere in this place.
It's probably in there. It's just it was one of the casualties from an update. If there's some basic equipment you need, don't just let me know and I'll give it to you. So
Yeah, no, I don't think I had anything in there. I think I took it all
Rip
out.
our box.
our box is gone. Our box.
His name was Jeffrey. You fucking put some respect on his name, god damn it.
You gotta open the box named Jeffrey. And it just crumbles to dust before you rotack.
His name was Boxer Chestson.
All right.
Uh,
All right. So there's just so we don't wind up spending the majority of the time just rolling for fucking training, because I'm fairly certain if we added up all of the screen time of us doing that, it's at least 2 sessions.
good.
So in order to not do that, we're gonna do my new long-term downtime processing. So it's clear Joriel wants to do mad science with the armor.
Yep.
And we've discussed that ad nauseum. What you can manage is you can manage armor that has resistance to cold and fire. That is half plate.
Yes.
Yes. So that is its own box. We've got that covered. We will figure that out in a minute. We'll do the rolls for that separately. The rest of you, if you're trying to complete a downtime training element, the number of days it takes is derived from the character who has the furthest to go. So, Panch, you are doing martial weapons training So you can learn to use that saber you have. Dark Elvish saber you have. So you need about 224 points.
Yeah, I'm at 25%.
Yep. Morgan, you're doing strength training. You need 43 points. Isaac, you are doing strength training. You need 100 and something points.
141 points, mate.
Yeah, those are the numbers. 141 points. No. 191.
No, that is
points.
all 191. Yep, nope, sorry. We're both equally bad at math. Yay!
I do so much math. I do so much math, and I'm so spent by the end of the week. And then Rotak, you had 2 things you were trying to do. Mobile feature.
I have 5 things.
All right. Well, I see 2 things on your list here.
We just haven't added the other 3. I'm trying to do it right now as I figure out this system. Ah.
Mobile feature, sanity, and then the other 3 things you're trying to do. So how this works is you choose one of those, right? And that one that you're choosing will get completed, but it will take the number of days that it will take the person with the furthest to go. But it guarantees that they get done. So each of you can choose one. We can figure out who's got the furthest to go. We'll take the average for the role that they would need, and that will help us calculate how long it takes, right? And once we know what that is, that's how many days will pass. Okay?
And then we can do that multiple times if we want, right?
Yeah, but it makes it much faster. So
Yes. Cool. I'm doing proficiency with my whip.
whip proficiency. Are you not?
Or whatever the lasher tail falls under.
A bit good.
Whip it. Whip it good. Whip it real good. Wait, that's a different
Yeah,
song.
I'm pretty sure lasher tail is whip. So, because is it martial weapon specific kind, or is it just like any martial?
This is a specific. So martial weapons is an umbrella. And if you train in martial weapons, you get everything under the umbrella. But if you train in a specific martial weapon, you just get that specific martial weapon. Which, why would you ever train in the specific when you can do the whole umbrella, right?
I didn't write D&D.
I didn't either.
So why are you asking me?
No, it was rhetorical.
Oh,
I imagine probably training one takes much less time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'm
would be the
assuming
case if they were the ones to write the actual rules for it. But they didn't. What they did was they said something else. I think it's in Tasha's or something, and they were like, yeah, 250 gold and this number of days to train proficiency in something or train a new skill. And I'm like, motherfucker, please be more vague.
most parties never even amounting to 250 gold by level 3. What the fuck?
Right, what is this economy?
Yeah, oh my god. I'm living in a recession in D&D and real life. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll just do martial weapons as an umbrella then, because that just sounds better.
Yeah, it is better. Okay, so for you, that would be Dex. You get a +4. The median roll for a D20 is 10.5, so we'll round that up to 11, so a 15. Okay, so I'm speaking this out loud so we all understand how the math works. It's 250 points to get a proficiency. We're going to divide that by 15, so it will take you 16.6 days. Call it 17 days to complete your training, Rotak. So Rotak's training is 17 days. 17 days. All right, Rotak. That's your thing. You've declared it. Correct? You don't want to change it?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's do Panch. Panch! My boy.
Yes, I trained in the weapon because I didn't know I could do all of them.
Yes, martial weapons training is the same thing for you. I don't know why you're... Oh, it's because you are fully simple weapons, whereas the rogue has a handful of martial weapons already.
So it does just say martial weapons training on here.
Yes, so you just need to go 200, what was it? 224 points. Yeah,
Yeah.
224 points. Okay, you're probably using your dex, right? Because
Yep.
your dex is great. So it's going to be the same math. 10.5 rounded up to 11 plus 4 is 15. 224 divided by 15 is 14.9 days. We're going to call it 15 days. So Pange is training 15 days.
Man, I should have asked if I got a credit for martial weapons already known.
You did. Because his training is 300 points and yours was 250. But he had a
Oh, nice. Okay.
he was already a little bit in there. He had taken a good foray. He's poked around a bit. All right, so that's Pange's declaration. Morrigan,
Hello.
hello. You want to finish off your strength training?
Yes.
Okay, so once again, 11 plus 1 is 12. You have 43 points to go. It will take you 4 days.
Oh, nice.
To finish. Okay. And then Nizak, you want to do strength training, it looks like. Unless you want to
Yep.
switch to something else.
No, we'll focus on the strength training for now.
Okay. You get a whopping 15 as an average.
Okay.
Because it's 10.5, rounded up to 11, plus 4, which comes to 15. So it's 191 points divided by 15, which comes out to 12.7. So it will take you 13 days to get that last strength point.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Joriel, your crafting check we're going to do as today's thing. So you can do a training if you'd like.
I would love to, well, okay. I guess what proportion of the time would take up I'll want to finish Meta Magic Adept first, which
Okay.
I'm missing like 63 or 63 points.
Right. So, in order for it to generally balance out, because you guys are all over the place with these, the middling days, the days that are unaccounted for between however many days it takes you and the end of the training, which is 17 days, which is Rotax, are a wash. You spend that time doing other things. That could be like research, it could be like other stuff. Now, I know it would be more sensible / efficient to put those days towards training, but then we'd have to recalculate what the point totals are and how long that would take from either beginning to end or whatnot. Like Morgan would have the most time left over, for example, because she's only 4 days, right? She would have to start a new training from scratch, and that could take us well past Rotax 17 days. So we kind of want to just like get to the 0 point, and then if we want to do more, decide as a group we want to do more, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I know it kind of wastes days, but like at least in this campaign, what does that even mean, right?
And it's only
Okay.
because we did the piecemeal to begin with.
Right. And
So what's the crafting check?
yeah. So the crafting check first would be Smith's tools to break down the armor without destroying the pieces that are vital. Belkarog will help you in this, so you will get advantage.
Lovely.
Question.
Was that a
Is
question?
there something else? Would there be something else that would take that long for me to do so I'm not wasting all those days?
In the future, we can like figure that out because your numbers will be closer together.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, we just kind of want to zero and flatten it out. That way, we can get to that point where we can say, okay, I have a couple of days I can dedicate to this or that, and it's not like going to be huge. It's not going to put me hugely ahead in a brand new thing. Because that's not the goal's not to like yeet you into the distance with your strength and skills. It's to kind of like beef you up a little bit and then kick you out and go to an adventure, right? And go and doing stuff and things. There's definitely like role playing stuff you can do. You can do research, you do have access to the library here. You can talk to the folks that are going to be in and out here. So there'll be NPCs that come by and such, and so there'll be roleplay opportunities. But for this session, we're not going to tack on we're not going to do a bunch of math about how many days you can spend doing something else between your 4th day finishing and Rotak's 17th day, right? Because that would be that's just adding a new layer of complexity that we can just zero everything out and then move on fresh on a fresh page instead.
Right, I hear you.
Yeah. Thank you for your understanding. This has been your DM, Zuloth. Okay, so Smith's Tools check advantage 22, very good. You take off the pieces, dismantling those that are etched in runes, which is a great number of them. And between you and him, you have collected the pieces that are necessary to maintain both enchantments, at least at the resistance level. You won't have full immunity, but you will have resistance.
Lovely. And so then is it another Smith's Tools or Arcana to build the new set or imbue an existing set of half plate?
I believe you wanted to kind of piece together a half plate, but from the parts. So that'd be another Smith's Tools check.
Word.
And this will take this whole day. Okay, that's good.
Can I use? Would anyone mind, just because we've got bonuses to use, to get it to a flat 20, in case that makes a difference?
I don't hear anyone saying no.
Word.
Yeah,
I will use the +1 then.
Okay, we will mark that +1 as complete. That takes you to a 19 or a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you complete your half plate armor. It has
Indeed.
It has resistance to cold and resistance to fire damage. It is well made between the two of you. Belkrog's many arms and his silk help bind the materials in a fashion that is flexible but strong. So it doesn't necessarily feel as rigid as it could. Is this armor for you?
It is.
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull in.
No, let's force it on Nizak.
That will not go well for anybody.
It'd be a bad day for Nizak. All right, so let me just.
Rotak surgery 2.0. Put plate armor on Nizak.
All right.
You say bad day for Nizak, but I'm looking at my hammer and I'm looking at my strength. I feel like that's a bad day for everybody involved.
Okay. This.
I was wondering, is it?
Mhm.
Perhaps I would need to make another roll about it. Is it possible to add the Featherlight enhancement to this?
You will. Sorry, you will need to do that because you are over your first third of weight.
Right.
Yeah. And,
Is that another Smith's Tools?
No, unfortunately, that is Arcana.
Okay, I can do that. 22.
22. Okay. I am not having the brain strength at the moment to fuck around with the system tools to make it have resistance. If you've got the mental capacity,
I can figure it out.
yeah, please do that on your own. With a 22, you can impart a basic Featherlight on it. So
Lovely.
That'll shave off 25% of the weight. If I am remembering that correctly. Yep. Rounded to the nearest pound.
Well, it's 40 pounds exactly, so down to 30.
Yep, down to 30. There you go. Okay. And I will choose a fancy looking icon for it. There we go. That's fine.
Lovely. All right, yeah. I'm working away. I'm figuring that out.
You have a fancy name for it. Not sure if you can edit those, but feel free to. Okay. So, and then Joriel, you want to do Metamagic Adept, so that'll complete in less than 17 days for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll get you Metamagic Adept. Alright, and then Rotac, you wanted to have martial weapons training. So we'll go ahead and fix that for you. 17 days later. All martial.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
I imagine Rotak and Pange were just like swinging random weapons at each other, trying to train with all the marshals.
Oh my god, 2 lizards fighting, 1 short, 1 tall. It's everything we ever hoped for, guys.
Place your bets.
Oh, Brian, you might know this. Who's that fantasy artist from the early and mid 80s who did all those like big like Conan the Barbarian like art pieces?
Probably Boris Vallejo.
Maybe.
It'd be either him or Frazetta, probably.
Oh,
Frank
Frazetta. Frank Frazetta's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. It's just like
Okay.
2 lizards in his style duking it out on top of a mountain top, right? That was the image that came to my mind. Of course, that you guys aren't on a mountaintop right now. You're in the middle of a well-appointed solar, but you know.
Yep.
So you guys
Kick him in the shins.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bite his kneecaps off.
But you shed your tail again, regrow it within a matter of days. Okay, so you get martial weapons, and then Morgan, you did your strength training, so we'll put that up to 250, and then your strength goes up to 13.
Yay!
Yay! So now you can carry it just a little bit more stuff.
Hit a little bit harder.
Hit a little bit harder. And then
So
Isaac, you get the boost up to 20, which is natural max without taking ASIs or having a magic item boosting it. So you have reached the limits of blood, sweat, and tears and are now posting strength points only through level ups and magic items.
I'm now a buff drow. Let's go.
Buff male drow.
Gotta get those steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, Delta. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Never thought we'd seen a twink turn into somebody deeply muscular.
That's not true. My buddy Lucius is exactly that. Started as a twink, now he's a buff guy. Very interesting transformation. Still has twink energy though.
I've been writing a lot of Dark Elf lore lately.
Oh god. May as well just
Kinda
admit it to
wish.
writing.
kind of wish my dark elf was in this campaign.
May as well just admit it to writing fan fiction ERP, my guy.
No. No.
Why would you help me like that?
Why would you do this?
Because it's funny.
All right. All joking aside, what would you guys like to do next? You have successfully completed your training. About 17 days, question mark, have passed. Amongst your, and I do want to post this real quick so you guys have an idea of who you can talk to during this time period. Illyria does come by. Rahal, of course, is available. Belkarog is available. So I'll just drop these NPCs over here. So Illyria.
So I want to try something I haven't done at all.
Mm-hmm.
That was the card reading trait I have.
Card reading trait.
Was it card reading or was it something else? Hold on, it was
One of your
under
features?
features. Yeah, it's Show to the Stars ability, or I could divine the fate of something. It was like, whoa, hold on.
Using augury?
Was it that? I thought it was a Show to the Stars exclusive thing.
Well, the Circle of Stars druid does get augury added to their spell list that you can prepare and use like a normal spell. There's also cosmic omens, but we're not level 6 yet.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Because I remember
Has Nizer
having
given the
it.
artifact to Illyria yet?
No.
No, I was going to ask where is the Lady of the Lake. But
Finish your thought, Morgan.
I wanted to use that ability, but I'm not sure if I'm the level for it yet.
You are not, unfortunately.
Sad.
As Lee said, that's a higher level ability, and you don't have it. But
So next time I would I?
I think so. Yeah, I'd be level 6. So
Nice.
you do have augury though, and you could cast that as a ritual. So that's sort of a that
I'll
is
go do
also
that. Why not?
that is also a divination thing. So okay,
Where is it? There it is.
second level spell.
Need to prepare it. Let me get rid of Moonbeam for it. Nah. Oh, that's what it was.
All right, so this is specifically generated for something that you're going to take in the next 30 minutes. However, because of the timey-wininess of what's going on in this place, you really don't have a true sense of the passage of time at the moment. No movement of the stars or of the sun. There doesn't seem to be. Well, there is the movement of the stars, but the sun's nowhere to be seen. Despite looking out the numerous windows. Time does feel like it's passing, but you don't really feel like you need to do the things that time demands you to do, such as you don't accumulate grime, for example. You don't start to feel filthy. There's no boy, I'm thirsty, because I've been walking around for hours. There's none of that. It doesn't feel that way. There's no I desperately need to eat. You could eat if you want to. You could drink if you want to, but there's no need. There's no pressing biological need for that sort of stuff. But yeah, so because of the timey-wininess of this place, you can...
Is it even worth it?
Well, no, what I'm saying is, you can ask, you can divine about a specific course of action, and I will drop the requirement for something that you're planning on doing within the next 30 minutes. So you can just ask about a specific course of action as opposed to needing it to be soon. So.
Okay. I just wanted to use it for roleplay sake, not mechanics sake.
Yeah, you can do that too. Absolutely. I won't stop you.
Casting, was it casting stones?
Jen.
Rolling bones.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
what's your what divining tool do you use?
Moon rocks?
Moon rocks. Okay. You gathered some moonstones and you roll them out.
Oh, sorry. Moon rocks and moonstone are completely different.
I know.
But I would love to have both. Question mark.
Sure.
Yay, sure. Cheekily.
It doesn't matter to me. So what is the thing that you're asking about, that you're divining over?
If I should continue the course I'm going for with training the spear and strength, or should I be instead focusing on, say, um, maybe just something else entirely? I'm not 100% sure what that is yet, but
Mm-hmm.
um, because I kept thinking that I was a little um ambitious with taking on the heavy spear,
I see.
and I'm wondering if it's something that is wise in the long term for me to have, because I now that I know there are other weapons like it, would it be better just to find a weapon that better suits me because I'm not physically strong?
Okay. So, complicated question. Uh,
I know, that's what divination is, really.
yeah. So, and um, you're beseeching what entity?
Do Kak and I even have a um sense of faith about deities?
Well, the deities do exist. It's not like there's question that they exist. They're
No, I know, but like if they do or not.
they're at the very least acknowledging of them, and they acknowledge that they have domains and that sort of thing. But there's no patron deity that stands over Kakanites and claims them.
Okay.
So
Is there like a moon deity or something?
there is the goddess of hours, Musi, who is the one that is about the circular movements of the heavens and timekeeping and that sort of thing. So as a Kakanite, that might be applicable because of the cycles of the moons, because
I like that.
there are three of them. Okay, so you can beseech Musi, the goddess of the hours. She is one of the neutral gods. So you're not asking a question of an evil entity per se.
Oh, thank God, no. No.
Um, so you're getting a mixed answer from her. The object itself is very important, and you're getting the sense that it is very important. But who wields it is indeterminate. There's no answer as to who's supposed to wield it. But the object itself is important. So it could be you, if you want to continue down that path. It could be someone else. But the object itself is important and should not be discarded.
No, I wasn't thinking that at all. I was thinking about maybe gifting it to somebody that would be better suited for it. I'm not sure. I'll give it a thought.
Yes, your answer seems to imply that Musi does not pretend to know the future.
All right. We'll be thankful for the response, and I will think on it.
Okay. Anyone else? So your roleplay opportunities with NPCs are with Belkarog, of course. There's Danica Starhunter, who's here. Rahal. Illyria is here. Clive, of course. And Lily's back.
Clive, why is he so small?
Because he's a little guy. He's always...
How big is he?
He's a little guy. He's always been little. He's small size. Listen here, bub.
As long as you don't ask me for uppies, that's Panch.
That's Panch special. Okay. All right.
Anyone else want to take over? I kind of stole the spotlight for a little bit.
I mean, post training, Rotak's just gonna go play board games with Danica as much as she will tolerate. He carved the second set of things, but like he made that initial set of a board game and he gave it to Danica. Now he wants to play it because he hasn't, played this game since he was brought back to life.
Turn these off. Okay. Yeah. So the two of you play board games. She teaches. Go ahead.
I'll say he teaches her the specific game that he carved because it's a Scaldi game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's happy to learn. She seems to delight in playing this with you.
Rotak is happy to be the favorite still.
Aw,
My
that's
boy.
cute.
My boy.
Can't wait for the mother help. No, my boy.
My boy. Just trying to make the lights a little bit less intense. There we go.
Now, Zach, do you want to give the artifact to Illyria?
Sorry about that. I was muted the entire time.
No.
Yes, I was saying funny, witty things, and nobody was laughing. I was like, they hate me now.
No.
My father help. All right. Yes, that is indeed what I would like to do. I would definitely like to pass over this relic that we have had for way too fucking long.
Okay. You find her in the library when you do so. Maybe in her office when you do so. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Okay, see.
Yes, I tried to choose the most ominous sounding doors.
Yeah, I could tell. Whoa. This is such an odd setup.
She is hunched over the desk like a gremlin child, writing something. You know how some folks, myself included, when I was a kid, would get entirely too close to what they're doing, and she's kind of like just curled up around whatever she's writing. She's got her legs crossed at the ankles, and they're swinging. She's short.
Hang on, wait. Is this the person I'm supposed to hand this off to? I thought it was for the Lady of the Palace.
This is her.
This is her. Oh, okay. Oh, I just imagined her to be tall.
She has
Don't
that
know
kind.
why.
She kind of has tall person energy. But
Yeah,
she-
right. Okay.
But she's got a lot of presence, is what it is. But she's short.
That used to be a stat on the board. Presence.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway. After she doesn't notice for a little while, I'm kind of just gonna take my hammer and kind of just like tap the floor with it,
She
bit by bit.
Yeah. She startles. She turns around, looks at you. Oh. She straightens herself up as if she's like waking out of a stupor. Can I do something for you?
Not necessarily do. And then Nozak will grab his little pack
Mhm.
and produce the emerald skull and offer it to her, going, oh god, I have a horrible memory. Who were those? They were Delver
They're dark elves.
elves. Yeah, they were dark elves themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just some dark elves guarding some sort of reliquary, asked me to pass this on to you. He said you would know what to do with it, or what have you.
She kind of frowns for a moment and says, "They're always so distant. It didn't used to be that way." And she straightens herself up and takes it from you. Says, "I have been missing this for a long time." And she puts it on the table next to her. And she says, "Did they say anything else?"
Oh god, shit, play journal. Pretty sure. No, I didn't write it down! Oh, hang on, I might have. No, I didn't write it down, fuck!
As you look like you're struggling with your memory, and she goes, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it."
Isaac's gonna put on his pack, pick up his hammer, and start to leave.
Wait.
But as he's...
She says, as you do that, the door kind of gently closes. She goes, "You had a thought before you were leaving."
Well, you said you've been missing that for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I inquire why?
Well, there's a story that goes with it. It's not very, not a fun story. You don't tell this kind of story to children. Very personal, actually. When I was young, and I left my city for the first time, which I doubt you've heard of because it doesn't exist yet for you. I'm from a place called Telecarassus. Telecarassus was built on the surface. Our people don't live on the surface, not normally, but my city was built there. And like many cities of our kind, it was multi-tiered, tall vertically, but stifling, overpopulated. I left. I wanted to see Corinth, to see the world a little bit. I wanted to make the place better. And made some friends along the way, dear friends. They were good to me, I was good to them. We felt like we were doing something. On the road south towards Helcorth, I was waylaid along with a friend of mine by some human warriors. They stopped me and my friend. They killed her, and they took me prisoner. I don't even remember if there was a trial or any crimes listed for me, but I do remember being in the gibbet cage. And I thought I had thought of something brilliant to escape their clutches. There was magic that I could do that I didn't know if anyone else could do. It was something that I had, I guess, attained from my bloodline, something special. I've always been able to see into the past, not see into the future. That's not something that's real. You can't do that. But you can see into the past. And I knew there were people that could pass through the different planes. You may be aware that there's the spectral realm, there's the material realm, right? You can pass between the two with magic. A little bit of skill in it and some know-how, you can do that very quickly. So I gave that a shot. And what I found on the other side waiting for me was my doom. And that is when I died. As a flesh and blood being, and as a soul at the same time. I was then plucked from the whispering ether, the spinning ephemeral energies of dissipating life, which is where you were plucked from and your companions. But I was plucked from there by death itself. It took me to its palace on Titanicus, which is where you retrieved this from. A reliquary there, but not an unknown place. And that's when I received the mask that hides me from him. He gave it to me. So, this, and she puts her hand on the skull, and she goes, "This is mine. It's me. What's left of me. Scored and scoured by magic and millions of grinding teeth. The only thing left of my true living remains. Now dead." And puts it on the table again. So it does have some sentimental value to me, but what it is a reminder of what hubris does. And it is much more important to me in that fashion. Thank you for retrieving it, Nizak. I have something for you and your friends, and in a desperate moment. And she takes a vial out of her desk, and she, with a nail, cuts her wrist and bleeds into it, and then stoppers it. With a wave of her hand, she heals the wound, cleans the table and the floor and everything else, and passes it to you and says, "Now this won't make you sick or anything, it'll do just the opposite. My blood is a very powerful healing elixir. It only works on my friends, and it harms my enemies. So, take it, and in desperation, if you need it, pour it into the wounds of someone who needs help, or into yourself, or convince an enemy to drink it."
Well, thank you. Not just for the gift, but for the tale as well. I appreciate your honesty.
She tilts her head and kind of her ears at you and says, "No, you did a labor for me. Payment in kind. I appreciate it." She waves her hand and the door opens again and says, "If there's anything else, I'll be here."
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I waddled away, waddle to the very next day. Oh, hang on, I should probably close the door. That was rude. That was rude of me.
I'm removing the emerald skull from your backpack.
Yep. Thank you. What was the town that she said she grew up in?
Telecorasus.
Oh, God.
I'll write that out for you.
TELLE'_KORASUS.
Yes, my encyclopedia here. Telecorasus.
Do not cite the deep magic to in which I was there when it was written.
Nerd! Alright. And I'm going to give you a vial of... what's it called again? Fuck.
I don't know, man. You're the GM.
I'm talking to myself. Please. Please. It's called Scarlet's Endless Lifeblood.
Oh boy, I can't wait to track down a big bad enemy and force his mouth open and pour that sucker in.
Hot.
Why are you giving me a healing potion? I'm your enemy. Not a healing potion, idiot. Wait a minute. What? God, you really did pick the most ominous noises before, didn't you?
I did. I thought about it too. I was sitting there like, is this one giving me the vibe I want?
I'm too far away to hear the sound.
You have a vial of Scarlet's Endless Lifeblood.
Hmm.
Okay. Does anybody else want to capitalize on a role-playing opportunity with one of our NPCs during this stretch of days?
I would like to speak with Belkarog as we're working.
Okay. So if
You
take this rivet here and place it much lower on the cuirass, you will find a little bit more flexibility. You had a thought?
kind of unrelated.
No.
How long have you worked for the lady of the house?
Oh, it is hard to say in this place. The passage of time is irrelevant for the most part. Perhaps more than a millennia, unsure.
I suppose that might answer my question. Do you define your life by your time here, or was there a time before this?
I do not recall a time before my service to the lady. However, I define my life in whether or not, by the end, I have made her proud and fulfilled a purpose that gets us closer to our greater goal.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Mostly I've been thinking, why do they care? They seem obviously insulated from the consequences of Nahemoth's tantrums.
He kind of like gets to your level with your head, with his whole head, and goes, they care because to not is monstrous. They have power that is more power than anyone else. Were they to ignore the plight of mortals and others, that would make them monsters themselves, would it not?
Like every other god and power in this world thus far?
Anyone who has the ability to put an end to this and does not try has chosen the end result, whether or not they actively did so. There is no neutrality when we are talking about Omnicide Joriel.
Yeah. It just seems so impossible. But I suppose that's because we don't have all the pieces yet. There's still stuff they can't talk about to us.
There is. Your perspective is short. It is on the timetable of a great many centuries before we find out if the plan works or not. Certain things need to come about first. Certain things need to happen. We need pieces on the board to clandestinely complete tasks to sway things in the direction that the mistress believes needs to be done. We have tried this many times, one way or the other, with varying results.
The implication I got was the table can't take many more flips before it breaks. So what does she believe is different about this attempt?
For starters, the influence that you and your companions will impart on the world, and then the ripple effect of that. Hopefully, that sort of small and slow cause and effect will push things to the point where, before he realizes he is in the trap, it will have already sprung. But there are others here who do not think this plan is the right one. And the mistress still believes, partially, that a raid on his throne may be the best way to go about things. He is a god, but he can be killed like any other creature, like any other being. It is the cost. That is the lives it might take that weighs heavily on her, and whether or not spending those lives is just.
And what's to stop him from just... Well, I guess this raid has to involve some plan to deal with him flipping the table and starting everything over again?
It would have to involve contingencies upon contingencies to prevent the other gods from stepping in and protecting their brother, their son, their nephew, their cousin from total destruction. Killing him would be a sin equal to the sin he committed, Joriel, killing Ka. We would need... It would be a lot to do that. It would cost
And say
much.
a bunch of mortals and pseudo-demigods, pseudo-immortals, I don't really know, do succeed in killing Nehemoth, then what's to stop Hadasul from just recreating the tantrum, pissed off that his son is dead, or grandson? I don't fully understand the family tree here.
There isn't a guarantee.
So this'll happen again, and we'll have to go one by one killing every god in existence.
There isn't a guarantee that that will or won't happen, Joriel. That is the risk. That is why she weighs the risk. That is why she hesitates. And she hopes for a different plan. She hopes for something else. A way to end the curse, or a way to force Nehemoth to call a stalemate, or call it quits. To quit the field, as it were.
I imagine you can't tell me what she thinks might force him to do that.
There are mysteries abounds when it comes to the motivations of the divine, and what would and would not cause them to do one thing or the other.
I'll disagree with you there. Everything I've learned about the divine, they seem entirely mortal in their appetites and desires and reactions to things.
Are you including the elves in that equation as well as mortals?
Yes.
Then perhaps
And
there is a good reason why she brought you back.
you know, if I start thinking everyone's too childish, I think that might start making me act like one of these gods.
The gods have a perspective unlike ours as well. Their divinity and power and how they exist in time is different than ours. Things move much slower for them. When they notice things, they have a lot more heft when they act on them. This can cause small things to go unnoticed very easily, especially if those small things seem worthless or weak without threat to them. Pile up enough tiny victories, and you may have accumulated enough to force a stalemate. Which would be ideal.
Right. Forcing a concession from Nehemoth as opposed to killing him doesn't seem fair, given what he's done to us.
No.
I suppose we have to come to the decision of if we want to win or if we want to be right. Thank you, Belkarag. This was insightful.
He shrugs in the only way a spider can and says, "The discussion is easier when you can talk about it."
Of course.
It is normal to wonder if you're accomplishing anything. Especially when it takes so long to see the result.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's get back to this armor, I suppose.
Yes, this rivet here, and he goes back into another explanation about rivets. Anyone else want to talk to somebody? No?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okie dokie. We shall move along. So, you guys get your rest in, you get your training in, you feel kind of plateaued at the moment. You'll need to go and chance the dungeon before you can train again. You can, of course, take long rests and reset your spell slots, choose new spells and such, and prepare yourselves in those ways for your next challenge. As you all gather for your next challenge, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and move her into here. She's going to gather you all over here. And say, all right, so some of the tricks and traps in the upcoming areas are a little bit more difficult. Danica over there did design them. I can't help you. That would completely damage the results of the test. So I'm sorry about that in advance. However, you have made it farther than any other group. I'm excited to see you proceed in the future. Quite a bit of ways to go still, but you're making good progress. So take heart. You've spent some time here to train. Trust that it has been worth it. And put your skills to the test in the next few areas. So once you're past the courtyard, there will be a staircase to go down. Now, you have discovered a secret passage on the easterly side of the courtyard. Be sure to explore everything in that area of the courtyard before proceeding down the stairs to the new castle. So we are kind of in the old keep. This solar was built atop the old keep. The keep below this, the sections below this are the old keep, and then the attachment in front of it that the stairs will lead down to is the newer castle. And it is a little homier, but also dangerous. So, Just be aware of that. I cannot furnish you a map. That is also against the rules of the exam. For whatever reason, some of us are big kickers and screamers, and it's really annoying. So, anyway. You are to meet us in one of the rooms on the... Let me think for a moment. I'm going to say it's the second floor. Nope, it is the first floor. Nope, it is the third floor. The third floor of the new castle. Meet us in the family dining room. We'll have a meeting there, discuss some things about the future and what we're going to be doing, what our plan is, and then you'll continue to finish off your test, and hopefully, as I said before, your objective is to leave the castle. So once you get out of the castle through the front gate, you have completed your trials. So, any questions?
You said secret room, eastern side of courtyard before we go down the stairs?
That's where you found the way to the barracks. Remember? So be sure to explore the entire courtyard and be sure to make sure you find all the secret rooms and passageways. That's what I'm trying to say. And she looks over.
Did we miss one already?
She looks over Joriel's shoulder to make sure Danica's not listening. Danica's giving her the finger from across the room. Anyway. Now, unless there's any other questions, you have exploring to do.
Let's get to it.
Protect just like, did we miss one on any other floors?
I can't tell you that.
Sad lizard noises.
I know. Alright, would you like to return to the courtyard?
Yep.
I feel like we should return to other floors and just check them all for secret rooms now.
Okay. Returning you to the courtyard. I want to make sure I choose the right. Is this it? Nope. This one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. There's a Joriel. There's a Morgan. There's an Isaac. There's a Rook.
Yay!
There's a Panch. And as a general reminder, this is the room you blew up. This is the room you took spikes up the butt. This is the room that almost chopped Pange into pieces. And this is the room with the laser hallways. You have opened this door. It is open. You have completed this area, but not this one.
And then this was the secret door to the barracks?
Yep.
Or is this the way to the barracks?
That way you recall being in one of those infinite fucking hallways.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then the way to the barracks was down here.
What was the way... We have to go up a level if we wanted to go back to where Danica blew up that platform and then the way to the moon, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think the lady was telling us to do the one place where I wanted to try a mirror with the shadows and the things.
With all the burning light?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I did prepare a spell for that.
I Della do.
Damn it, where's my character sheet?
This is Adela do. Sorry, I have to
Vortex.
rub her belly, or she will get upset at me. Continue. Sorry.
We should go water the trees again. I think they probably need it. The living
I guess-
trees, the magic trees, whatever they were.
Brightness!
I'm not
Very brightness.
Very bright.
Oh, somebody
Is
else.
this what you were seeing before?
No, that's your old tokens.
But Rotak's just gonna water the trees again because he feels like he needs to do that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm sure
I
it's
guess
not gonna get anywhere, but he's doing it anyway.
Nightjack is going to look at the trees and just wait for the inevitable.
I mean, does anything happen when he waters the trees?
Nope.
They're probably happy. I don't know.
They seem to take it in as trees would.
Didn't they have? Weren't they like? Aren't they like magic trees? I forgot the lore that we learned when we learned about the trees. I just remember them being special.
I believe they grew leaves. They were gnarled and gray when they were when you first found them, and then you watered them, and they grew some leaves.
Do they grow more leaves this time?
No.
Oh, damn it. Well, still, we helped him. Anyway, moving along.
Doriel, just from like the shape of the room, is going to start examining this wall over here, seeing if there's a mirrored doorway, passageway, anything.
Okay, make an investigation check. Morgan's stuck in the walls. I'm gonna move Brian. Because I know Brian sometimes has problems with the map.
14.
Okay, there you go. I was like,
14, there appear to be no seams or things like that that would indicate any part of this wall moves.
Can I just search the room for extra hidden doors using investigation?
Yeah.
Awesome, I get advantage.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'll take the nat 20.
Yeah, this whole wall here, if you guys can see my cursor,
Mm-hmm.
this whole wall here is a secret door. The entire thing.
Oh, God.
How do we trigger it?
Alright. With your nat 20, you know that there's some way that it will move, but the triggering mechanism is not visible or available in this room.
Ah. It's probably the other room.
Alright, who's ready to deal with deadly radiation?
What's radiation?
What's deadly?
Well,
My spirit, my whip. The radiation part's what I'm worried about.
you know, Doriel will conjure light. It's like this, but brighter
Oh,
so
God,
much
is it
that
deadly?
it hurts. Well, I can make it deadly.
Alright, so, Jewel, will you re-describe what we see?
Okay, yeah, so this room is a large room with pillars everywhere. Just hold on a second. As you step into this area with purple or blue grass, there doesn't appear to be any light now. There are many pillars here. Seems to be inactive or something? Who knows? But that is what you see. Lush purple grass and pillars.
Rotek just staring at it like, it was very bright before. I don't like that.
Let's try and make the most of it, and Doriel will, I guess, well, let Rotek look for tripwires or something, but let's get a move on. Keep to the pillars to try and have a
Perception or
play.
investigation for finding traps?
It depends. Do you want to see how the trap works and whereupon it may function? Perception would just be, I see some holes in the wall. That probably shoots you. Whereas investigation would be like, oh, I have checked this whole place out. It is a giant trap. These things will do all these things to us, and this is how we fix it. Or this is how we.
Considering I have the same bonus to either one, let's just do investigation then.
Yeah, okay. Well, there appear to be no... Were you looking for secret doors or traps?
Traps.
There appear to be no traps.
Love that. Rotek has no idea what's going on.
Okay.
He's gonna walk.
All right. Well, Rotak wanders in. Does anybody else want to do anything? He does not appear to die immediately.
Burial will, I guess, like I'll make a perception check to see if there are possible trap-like things where they might come from.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there appear to be no traps in here.
Ooh, what got
All right.
you the on that?
Elf.
Oh, nice. I only get it for doors. Shadows are coming from specific locations.
In reality, the trap's behind us. Son of a bitch!
Morgan, the boys have, except for Pange, who's standing next to you, have wandered into this area amongst these
boy.
pillars.
We're
Do we notice
carefully
anything about the pillars?
Try not to interrupt each other so we can finish our thoughts and such. So yeah, Morgan, the boys, except for Pange, who's standing next to you, have wandered into this area of pillars. That's what you see.
I guess I'll take Pange by the hand and come here. I was like a little toddler. Come here, give me your hand.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Him leaning into it is the funniest part of it. It's like, hell yeah, I'm going to hold her hand.
Alright, cool.
Okay, you
Alright,
guys,
let's go.
you guys move together. He
Okay.
can't see in here. It's dark, so
No, all I
I
see
guess
is
I guess a
red.
good idea that I'm holding his hand.
yeah. Fans, you try to move off in a different direction because it's dark. You can't tell where anything else is, and she's just tall and pulls you along.
Just
Yep.
imagining Pange accidentally whacking into a pillar or two because he just can't see them.
No, poor Pange. What were you gonna say, Brian?
I was just saying, all I see, it's good. All I see is gray.
Yeah, you can hear her. That's what those waves are next to you.
Yeah.
I think, Rotak, you were asking something about the pillars?
Yeah, do we notice anything about them specifically?
No, they all seem to be uniform and well crafted.
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna
make
check.
a light.
Oh god, don't say that.
Can I pull out a torch?
Yeah, you can pull out a torch. You can light a torch.
You know what? No, you know what? No, hold on, pause. I have my spear. Won't I be emitting blue light regardless?
If you want to.
Yes.
I was actually just thinking that with the Flame Burst Godhammer, does it have like a red hue? Because I imagine when I hit stuff, it like activates
Yeah,
some sort of,
some like embers and
light.
shit. Yeah, fly off of it.
but not enough to kind of like light an area up, correct?
Does it say in the description that you gain light for a distance, dim or bright?
I don't. No, I don't. Okay, well that answers that question.
Yeah.
Wow. Sucks.
I mean, it's still a very good weapon.
Can I start going? Can I go blue now?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Chop chop.
I'm working on it here.
I would like to do an investigation check to see if there are any switches or I don't know, or if I can kind of tell anything about the environment per se, like it's getting a little bit warmer bit by bit, or I can kind of taste a metallic taste in my mouth.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check. And I think, Rotek, you wanted to check out this wall for a door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, get the bad rolls out early.
Joke's on you.
To get jokes on me, they're always going to be bad rolls.
Okay.
Look.
You hear after like Joel, you guys have been in here for a while. Your tuning for your ears are better. You made that 24 perception check. Nizak's busy trying to taste the air. And it's not really working out well for him. But at the same time, while he's trying to taste the air and Morgan's turning her lights on, you hear two separate things moving. Stone sliding on stone. The first thing you hear is very large. Very large stone wall moving, and then at the same moment, Rotak, you're kind of putting your hands along here, reaching for where like the mirrored lever was in the sort of crease of this wall, and you find it opening the door there. So it seems that two secret doors have opened.
I think that big secret door you found in the other room opened too, Rotek. Which one should we check out first?
Big door.
All right.
Ortek's happy to find the small one, but we're gonna check the big one.
Nizak, stop sniffing the
Breaking
air.
off.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move Morgan and Pange through the wall.
God, that's a lot of light.
Oh god, don't. Man.
My renters!
It's not dangerous, is it?
Okay, so as you guys approach, why doesn't that work? There we go. As you guys approach, as said, hold on a moment. I just gotta find which one this is. As the wall comes down, and you see ahead, you spot a beautiful statue, a depiction of a humanoid figure cloaked in stars, embracing another humanoid, though smaller. The smaller humanoid is on their knees, as if in relief pose, post-despair. There is a plaque in Dark Elvish at the base.
Sure hope you know someone who can read Dark Elvish. Anyway.
Nope, I can only read regular Elvish. My bad.
I can read Dark Elvish.
I know. I'm furthering the joke though.
You can read?
You can read? Who let you read? Who taught you how to read?
Alright, so Pange and Morgan, do you step into here?
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
This is a huge place. My goodness.
What's with the dancing lights?
Okay. As you all have stepped in there, the wall behind you closes.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Each of you feel overwhelmed with a sense of impending doom. You will die. Something is going to kill you. You have no idea what is going to kill you, but you will die.
I'd like to read the plaque really quickly.
Okay. At the base of the statue here, on the plaque, you read the words, "We have known its hunger from the first day."
Oh, god damn it. Wait, hang on. This might be good. If this is vampires, I can kill them.
Death.
Yes. So I'm going to relay that to everybody else and let them form their own opinions as I pull out my holy symbol and place it within my on top of my armor plate.
For Rotek, this is just the nature of death. The existence of life means the hunger of death, always. He's used to this because this is what would happen if a bad hunt would happen. Everyone might starve. If when the humans came in and they had to go to war, this is just death. This is daily life and survival and death.
It depends on the speaker, though. Is this Dark Elves talking? They don't know death like Scaldi do. Is this gods talking? They certainly don't.
Everything knows death.
We're in this mess because the gods couldn't handle a death in the family.
But that means they know death.
Yeah, but they didn't before that. Not since the first day.
The plaque says we have known it since our first day. We have felt its hunger. That's
yeah,
death.
I don't like that red light.
Yeah, I was gonna say really quickly before the GM continues to do stuff. The small child, the humanoid, are either the small child or the human. Are they dark elves in nature?
No, this person appears to be a human being. No pointed ears, just rounded off ears. Appears to be like a male human who is like in utter relief.
They're hugging, right?
Yeah, he's kind of grasping onto like this figure's robes and body as if like they've slid down them after an embrace and they've like lost their ability to stand in how overwhelmed with emotion they are.
Rotak is going to attempt to hug Nizak.
Okay.
Huh?
Maybe we must do what they do, and he's attempting to hug Nizak.
He hugs you, Nizak.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
Nizak's kind of like bring the handle of his hammer in between him and Rotak and just slowly start to add force, pushing Rotak away, just staring at him.
No, you need to do the embrace like they do on the statue, and then we will not feel like we're going to die. Maybe, hopefully.
These mouth-like orifices on the edge of the statue, are they...
They are not there, it's just the stamp.
Okay.
It's just a stamp.
Actually, what Rotak has said has kind of resonated with Nizak, and how tall are you, Rotak?
Crap. How
I guess like
trying to remember the height of Scaldi because he's not a Saurian, so he's not super high. But I never wrote down an actual height for him. Apparently,
He's probably like over 6 feet.
Rotak's
So
over
that-
6 feet tall.
Yeah, he should be like between 6.5 and 7 feet. He's a big old snake-like thing, kind of. He's kind of snake-like.
Um,
You're a viper, so
Well-
you're a little snake-like.
well, Nizak is definitely shorter than Rotak. So Nizak's going, well, you might be right. Let's switch places. Well, Nizak is much shorter. I think Nizak's kind of like 5'8", 5'9". He's quite short because, dark elf males are shorter than females.
Yeah.
And so Nizak's going to try and get Rotak to where he was standing. You need to stand there. And then he's going to adopt the pose of the child. He goes, okay, Rotak, you need to adopt the pose of the taller being.
Rotak attempting to like look behind him, his neck being doing weird things, like okay, and attempting to match pose.
All right. Does this do anything?
While it feels nice, it is not doing anything to get the feeling of impending doom to go away. And also, the light seems to continue to grow stronger moment by moment.
This does not seem to be helping. Good try.
Yeah, guys. The only thing I have left in my repertoire is smack it with my hammer. So let the intelligent people reign.
Yeah, Rotek's going to investigate for any other things around this statue that might help.
Doriel will detect magic on it to try and see what kind of magic is at work, and maybe make an Arcana check based on that to try and figure out what needs doing.
Okay. Your investigation check, Rotak. There appears to be no physical mechanisms. The only plaque is the one that is there, that has been read aloud. And there appears to be no other artwork carved onto the vertical pieces of the statue or along the base. You do find that it is carved from marble. As for detecting magic, it appears to be necrotic energy. It is entropy. So the energy coming off of the statue and off the artwork itself is sapping the life out of everything around it.
Right.
Hang on.
The grass around the statue has died.
Okay.
Does this seem like a... Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Does this seem like a curse?
What do you mean by curse?
I guess, does it seem like a kind of magic that is designed... Well, does it seem like... Is this just necrotic energy flowing outward, or is this a kind of magic that was designed to release necrotic energy specifically to harm people? Or, more mechanically, do I think remove curse might have any effect here?
Remove curse might save one of you.
What about dispel magic?
A dispel magic could help, depending on how well you roll versus the spell on here.
Well, I guess I want to work with Joriel to try to stop this statue from sapping us to re-death.
I have one other thing. No, okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. I'll turn to Morgan. You've got access to radiant magic, and or just it's trying to kill us. Can you help me stop it?
Absolutely. I got Moonbeam.
Yep.
Will that work, or should I try to dispel it first and then Moonbeam?
I think, okay, Joriel will get ready with the dispel, and Joriel will try something first to see if there's a different way, which would be trying Sacred Flame, just to see if the, pushing back with radiant energy has any effect.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you doing? Sacred Flame on this thing. It can't make a dexterity saving throw, so your spell does hit it. It is immune.
Right, okay. That doesn't seem to work. Alright, you go with the dispelling, I'll go with the removal of a curse, and we'll try and work... Or, if dispel looks like it's going to work better, I can do that as well. Do you think 2 dispels would be better?
One way of finding out, right?
Okay.
Alright, let's try it. I can't use... I can use it one time. So, here we go.
Alright, so dispel magic. Okay, give me a spellcasting check. Who wants to go first? Because you're both casting it.
Spellcasting check?
Yes. So for you, it would be a d20 plus 6. And for Joriel, it is a d20 plus 9.
Can I boost myself at any way?
I believe... spellcasting attack rolls are the same thing, but if guidance does a check, can boost a check, then like a skill check, then I would say you can use guidance.
All right.
So there's a 1d6 and a d4?
A d4 plus a d20 plus 6 for you. So 1d20 plus 6 plus 1d4 for you. 28. Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'll contribute, but don't think I'll do better.
Can I have an Oreo now?
Yes, you can.
Oh wow, not the same.
28.
Holy crap, are you kidding?
Damn.
Both of you got 28s. Okay. Yeah.
Well, one's a natural 20.
Yeah. So, as the light begins to grow and you begin both casting these spells, Morrigan, you begin to hear in your head a voice that is speaking words to you, and these words are the force of entropy, and they are sucking the life out of you. And you know if the sentence finishes, you will die. And you finish your spell. And Joyal finishes his spell at the same time. With a 28, you both with 28s, one natural 20, both 28s, you have absolved let's see here. Let me just do some real quick math.
I misheard you. I feel bad.
Should we each use a +2 to make it double 30s?
Can we do that?
You needed
I forgot we had the
Jeez.
bonuses.
You needed a 19 to erase one of the power word kills delayed on you, which is the doomed status. It was going to finish in a full minute of action, which I gave you guys a bit of leeway because discussion, a lot of that was above table. So for every 19 points you scored, you erased one of those active on the statue. So with 28 and 28, you killed 2 of the power word kills.
Definitely use at least a +1 because that'll get a third one.
Yeah,
We'll definitely use a +1 there.
Okay, so the third one is
Or is there
gone.
+2 there?
You only need a +1 if we have it because
We
need
only
50
we only have 1 +1. We have 4 +2s. So we have
Right.
to use a +2 there.
Oh, we already used the +1 somewhere else.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That leaves, and now that you know, after dispelling 3 of these, that leaves 2 currently active. It hasn't killed anyone yet, but it will soon.
Okay, then I guess I'd move to the other side of the statue and get ready to cast again.
Is there any way to understand the trigger mechanics of this to figure out how to satisfy it and turn it off?
Here's a thought. How about we let it run its course and we resurrect each other? Is that possible?
Do you have the diamonds for that?
Looks at my pockets.
Your pockets seem to be devoid of diamonds.
No!
I wonder if hitting this thing is just going to piss it off, or if it's actually going to do anything.
Do you want to give that a shot? And I will call +2 finished.
Well, I want to hear... Because, okay, for the sake of roleplay, I've done some very stupid things that almost gotten us killed majority of... sometimes I've... You know what I'm trying to say. On several occasions, I've almost gotten us killed through the fact of RP. This could be a party wipe if I piss this off. So I do want to ask the players, do we think this is an idea that we should go through with?
I feel like it should be our last resort.
Okay. Then I'll hold off on doing that.
I'm not always the best with puzzles. Can I just roll an intelligence check for Rotak to figure out this puzzle?
Sure.
Guidance.
I'll leave the guns.
Yeah, make your intelligence check. Add a d4.
Oh, not bad.
You're looking at the statue, and its mouth is open. The person on their knees' mouth is open. They're exclaiming something.
Put a sock in it. Just kidding.
You stuff your sock in the statue, the light dies.
What did the plaque say?
It said we knew its hunger since the first day.
Anyone got food on him?
Give me a second. I'm actually
character for that.
Wrong character.
Let me look at my backpack.
Let me just look in Ben's bag.
Honestly, Ben could solve this with one absolutely scrumptious good berry.
I mean, I've got wine. Trying to
I've
think if
got
that's
a water.
switching, but if the mouth is open saying something, maybe there's something we need to say.
I've got a water skin, and I've got holy water.
Holy water could work, maybe. Just feed it holy water? Question mark?
I've got varieties of mushrooms.
That's food.
Yeah, that is food.
Okay. Should we give it a Sproingler, a Smokier, or a Yum Gum?
Well, yum
Yum
gum
gum,
sounds like
obviously.
it'd be the most yummy.
Yeah. Turns
Yeah.
out it's the most poisonous.
It's technically addictive. Sure. I will put one of the Yum Gum mushrooms into the statue's mouth.
Okay. You put your Yum Gum mushroom into the statue's mouth. The Yum Gum mushroom, upon touching the surface of the statue, becomes dust.
Yeah, that's not working. All right,
Jeez,
I've got something. I
Okay.
would like to. Fuck. Yeah, I would like to take.
Just don't fuck the statue.
No. One of my javelins, and I would like to. Oh fuck! No, I'm cased in armor. Can I take my glove off, or is that gonna piss off the being within the armor?
Do you do the motion to take your glove off first, or do you ask it?
I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask it. I'm going to go, okay, I have an idea. I need to remove the glove so I can get access to my hand. So I can essentially defeat this. Can I do it?
Brave of you. And that's all it says. You feel like you have received permission.
Okay. So I'm going to remove my glove, take one of my javelins, and slice open my hand and let the blood drip into the mouth.
Okay. As the blood touches the surface of the statue, it becomes dust.
Fuck! And for the sake of it, I'll take a wound.
1d4 damage.
Oh, 1! Yay!
It's
fuck,
very
I don't
tiny,
have-
Nick.
If this is just getting dusty, should we give it water? Rotak tries to pour some water.
Oh my god.
The water gasifies as its atoms split apart.
Oh god.
Oh god, nuclear reaction.
It's entropy. It's not just death. It's there's
The mouth is saying something. Maybe there's something we need to say. But I don't know what it is. Because I am
there's
a fool.
no entropy. The opposite of entropy is organized matter, organized energy. Does anyone have spells that can build spells that can?
I can terraform.
Try it. And Joriel's prepared to like cast another dispel magic just because as soon as he feels like we're approaching the tipping point.
Okay.
So I've got mold earth.
Wait, don't I
Which-
supposed to have 2?
Yeah, if
spells
we're
for
level
the
5.
I only had 1 available. Why do I have not any? I mean, I know I used the 1, but I should have had the 2 before this.
Did you hit your long rest button?
Oh, no, I didn't. That's why. Well, I guess I do have a second one.
If you target any loose earth, you can instantly excavate it, move it along
Thank
the
you,
ground.
Azu.
You're welcome.
Hang on. You can choose a portion of dirt or stone. I take it these are marble statues of some sort.
Sure, yeah.
Could I possibly try? Is there a tongue within the side of the statue?
There's a tongue carved into the statue. The human on the ground. Yeah, he's got a tongue.
Yeah. Can I try and mold that to be, I don't know, flatter or something, just to change its shape, but not necessarily mess with it too much?
Okay, I see where you're going with it. You're trying to get it to make words, right? That's kind of what you're trying to do.
I guess so, yes.
Yeah, you're trying to make it go through the motions of speaking.
Yep.
Yeah, you can use your spell to do that. What level is your spell?
It is a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Okay.
Yep.
You've bought yourself another round.
Oh! I guess that's as good as you're going to get from me outside of smacking this thing, so...
You said there were 2 more power word kills?
Because you've deleted 3 of them. There are 2 more. You don't know who they're targeting, but they are targeting someone.
Right, yeah. Then I think, I mean, best bet, only hope is to... if we have an extra round before it goes off, then I can technically cast a spell and then another spell.
Yeah. So I mean, between
Okay.
between the 2 of you, Morgan and Joyal, if you both have dispel magics you can cast, that's something you can do. Yeah.
I'd rather
If we-
that.
If we each have 2 spells, I'd say our best bet is to each cast Enhance Ability Wisdom on ourselves so that the Dispel check goes off with advantage. That's the... If we have time if we have time each for 2 spells, I think that is our best option, our safest option.
Sure, yeah, I'm for
Okay.
it.
I will do that as well then. Natural 20.
Okay. That's 33.
Not sure I like the fact that Joel had to roll a d20.
If that came out a natural one of you was going to die before the spell got off. So, natural 20. Threshold is 19. So you've dispelled one of them.
All right.
There's one left.
Last one, I suppose. Yeah, last one.
19, make or break. Someone dies if you miss.
What? Wait, hold on. That was wrong. 1d20.
Unless Pange has a dispel magic in the tank.
1d.
Pange, do you have a dispel magic in the tank?
So it's a 1d20 plus 6 plus 1d4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Wh-
I
for-
don't want this.
With advantage provided you spent the previous round casting Enhance Ability like I did.
Oh, yeah. So it's a 2d20 then. Alright.
Okay.
I do not
Wait.
think I have dispel magic.
Unfortunate.
2d20 plus 6 plus 2d4? Because it's.
Plus
Just
1d4. Plus 1d4.
I know.
27. Okay.
Oh, thank God. I'm just like wasting all of my energy on it though.
The waves of entropic energy subside.
Can't help but get the feeling we've missed something here.
Maybe, but I'm glad we're still alive. And just for my own sake, I'm doing a constitution saving throw. I'm fine. I'm doing really good today, I guess.
Does the human figure, does it look like a specific likeness at all, or is it kind of just a generic features?
Generic features. It's an everyman.
Is there any like something written on the statue? Like a scripture, maybe?
Other than the one that Nizak quoted, no.
I am curious. That cloak the dark elf is wearing, it's made of stars. Your people ever heard of the article of clothing like that?
You speak.
Is there anything like that? I'm assuming he's talking to me, so.
Make a religion check for me.
Religion! Holy crap.
Let's see something real quick from you.
Hey, I'm not cheating.
I know you're not. No, you're not. I'm just looking at the languages, you know. Alright. Some tales, some very old tales of like the early days of humanity when they lived closer to the elves, when they lived in the in the land of the gods before they had to leave, reference that the prime movers, not the triumvirate, not power, justice, and wisdom, but the prime movers above them were cloaked in stars.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
They could move among people in that cloak, and you couldn't see them otherwise because they are everywhere, because they are concepts. So things like death, things like life, time, they could move around cloaked in stars, but they can't otherwise be seen because they are just everywhere.
Any thoughts to share?
Well, I don't know how to articulate any more than what Azzy just said, so.
But Morgan does share that.
Yes.
His death.
Yes, but clearly saying death over and over again didn't seem to stop it.
No, but it seems like that's what this is. It's where we are. Are we not? Are we not dealing with the god of death thingy? That's what the altar was for.
There was a demon. An
No,
archdemon,
the
I think.
altar to the god of death on the earlier floors.
Yeah.
This might be just death here in the stone.
In the stone?
In the
think
flesh
it's-
is not correct.
No, I know, but like,
A depiction.
it makes you wonder, like, where is the entity?
Everywhere.
It's
that's what you said.
everywhere. Everywhere except for when cloaked in these stars, it can be somewhere. And it can offer relief to a small human boy.
Interesting.
It's not a the features aren't specific for me to recognize them. But I don't know. I get the distinct impression I've seen this boy before.
I wish I knew more. Like, out of character, I wish I knew more.
Dart. I'm saying it could be Dart. I'm saying we don't know. We know that Azeroth knew Dart, was fixated or had a special interest in Dart. Obviously, it came to pass that he ended up being very important, but I wonder if this isn't a first meeting?
First day.
Do you say all that in character?
Yeah.
Okay. When you state the word Azeroth, the statue moves, it looks at you, and then the part of it that is death becomes dust and blows away.
Oh. I suppose it was the wrong name.
No, that may have been the correct name, but that's not the other figure's name. It is not Dart. Maybe it is someone else.
Or, I mean, to disarm the trap, we shouldn't say death over and over again. We have to say Azeroth. As for who this could be, yes, it could be any human boy, child. The only one ever to have known to have met death, or met Azeroth, or for Azeroth to have cared for in so much as a concept is capable of caring for anyone, was Dart. So, that's my presumption. I don't expect Dart to disintegrate.
Well, the others know the Azeroth, right? The Illyria and Miss Danica and the man. What's his name?
I can't recall, but I don't think they are or ever were human.
Morris, that's his name.
Hmm. I don't really have.
Well, hey, we are not dead. Things are okay. Maybe we just move along. Maybe we find the boy's name somewhere and come back.
Is there still magic active in this statue?
No.
Once the name was said, and everything's been dispelled?
Nope.
I don't think there's any more magic here or any more things to activate. I think
This
it's
puzzle
just...
is solved.
Even though we didn't understand it in the slightest.
We did. We just got the name wrong.
Yes, but... Well, I suppose that insight, Morgan, was helpful. Understanding that these concepts can move around in the shape of a human or the shape of a mortal. Might go to some lengths as to explaining why certain people have what could be considered personal relationships with them. Maybe...
Rotek's gonna scavenge while this is going on.
Sure, yeah.
Really?
You find a yum gum mushroom.
Hey!
Ooh.
Careful, they are habit forming.
I give it back to Joriel. I found you a new one.
Thank you. Am I making up that they have tobacco-like properties? Are they just chewing gum? Oh no, they become like cement.
They become like cement in you if you. It's a myth that the yum gum will harden in a person's stomach forever, remain in your digestive system. Do not attempt to chew hardened yum gum. Is the Healer's Guild warning, but they do become adhesive, and they can become kind of like cement and bond objects together very strongly. So
Right.
once they dry, so.
Okay. I'm gonna do my investigation to find secret doors in this room.
Sure, yeah. The 22, there is a secret door, but you cannot operate the mechanism. It is not in this room. Secret door is here. Center. By the circle.
Is the big door up here open yet, or is it still shut?
Oh, yes. This should be open again. Oh, yes, that is open. Yeah.
Because I know that ground shut when we got in here. Okay.
All right, hold on.
That's a thing.
Hold on a second. So, Pange, all of this happened right before your eyes. What is going on in Pange's brain? What is he thinking about after all this?
He's actually trying to figure out what the whole thing means. Bear in mind, he has not paid a lot of attention to what's been going on all this time.
He's kind of just...
Because that's how he is.
Yeah, he's just kind of an along for the ride kind of guy.
Yeah, like his tongue's hanging out and he's just kind of staring.
Yeah.
But he is actively trying to figure out if there's anything like that he could interact with.
Make a history check for me.
Just a second. Story.
You're pretty good at that with a +5, even though you're not proficient.
Yeah.
23. It dawns.
Oh.
It dawns on you.
Hmm.
Your master Auric knew a guy named Morris back during the war. He was also a mage. He was a human mage. You've met the man at least once.
He finally blinks, says, "Oh, the great Panjandrum knows him."
Morris? The Morris upstairs?
Yes. He was Master Auric's friend.
Well, you
Insane.
Insane. What you remember about the guy was you've met him twice specifically. Once he was
out here at ours.
The first time you met him, he was, a young man, dour, known to be cowardly. Was a runesmith and quartermaster. Didn't really fight on the front lines. This was in Helcorth, before the fall of Helcorth, during the war. And the second time you met him was also in Helcorth. Not much long after that, his demeanor was very different. He seemed to be very different, though he had the same voice and he had the same smell about him. But there was something different about him. He wore an iron mask over his face. His clothes were no longer like the usual brown leathers and the doublets and that sort of thing. He wore black leathers, a thick black cloak, and the wind always seemed to be moving about the guy in an eerie sort of way. And there was something very off-putting about him the second time you met him. Like he wasn't real, or like he wasn't alive or really there. Like he was some kind of illusion.
Huh. Or like maybe he came into some kind of weird power.
Yeah, like something far beyond what anyone would expect of a mortal. That sort of like off-putting weirdness.
Alright. Spooky.
Yeah, distilled all that down into the word spooky.
I kind of explain all this as best I can.
Mhm.
But that's basically a summation. The second time, he was very spooky. The great Panjandrum found him off-putting.
He became like the lady in the Star Hunter.
Maybe.
They wear their masks.
True.
Nizak, this reminds you of the story that's the lady of the house just told you not too long ago.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna be so honest with you. You caught me on a dead brain cell right then and there. You called on me like, you know what? He hasn't said anything in a while. He hasn't done anything. I'm gonna call on him, and I just went stage fright. Fuck.
You're fine. You're fine, buddy. Yeah, she told you that story about her death and how she was very different before. You know how she was bright-eyed and all that stuff, and how the skull that you gave her back is hers, and it reminds her of the thing that she takes from it the most was her hubris, and it reminds her of her hubris before.
Right. I don't feel like sharing the entire story.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's against, like, it's a very personal story that she's like, look, you've earned it, and I don't feel like telling that. I guess I'll just portray the moral of the story more often than not, more than anything else, rather.
Sure.
I don't know how to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have anything lined up.
I see.
I've got one brain cell going at the moment.
I thought you understood the story, Nizak.
Tragic. Absolutely tragic.
It's okay. Nizak, I suppose you convey that she had suffered some kind of total death and was brought back from whatever wispy ephemeral like you guys were. And that's when she met death. And it gave her something so that it could forget her.
Yep.
Forget. They've been forgotten? By death?
Belkrog was talking about how all these plans within plans, they all have to escape the notice of all of the higher powers. And so I imagine being forgotten by death is probably a blessing in this regard.
But death is supposed to be a good thing, right?
Well, yes, but I don't know. I'm speaking for death here, which I guess is my right as a priest.
To be forgotten, would that make you lost or forsaken?
Probably, but also probably immortal.
To be forsaken by that which you seek, that would be rough.
Absolutely. But necessary, probably.
Well, let us hope Mr. Morris here is happy with his lot, choice, thing, mask, spookiness.
I suppose we can ask him when we see him next time.
And you never knew that man to be happy about anything in his tire at either time you met him.
The great Pangean found that Morris just happened.
Okay.
That man needed a wife then.
The man needs a wife. All right, so you guys want to linger in this room, or do you want to move up back to where the other?
We got another door to check out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel the four of you because Lee seems to be very good at, moving through these mega spaces. Oopsie. How'd you get in there, Rotak?
Hello. Is the light burning us again?
No, the light seems to be coming from this chamber now. You have, recall, opened that one.
Shall we check big door or small door?
Let's check small door first, I think. We'll move sort of as a wave towards the edge.
Do you all consent to gather before the small door and proceed off this map to another one?
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure.
I wonder what kind of... Out of character, I wonder what kind of wife Morris would have taken. I'm imagining big titty goth woman.
Why are you talking about me?
Sorry,
I think
that's really
that
funny.
he would just become a career salaryman in a distant future.
Career salaryman.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but
He's one of those Japanese businessmen who's drunk on a bench with his tie around his head.
Basically.
Do. Let me activate this. Okay. You come upon this space. Let me make sure. There's no intrusion upon your mind as you enter this space. It is, as it appears to be, a bridge and many letters floating in the darkness. As I see that it did not hide them when it had its breakdown.
see the magic word stream view.
Right? Okay.
I guess we proceed onwards.
Indeed.
Gotta stay ahead of Rotak.
Statues?
Statues, yes. They appear to be soldiers. Corinthian soldiers, looks like.
I have noticed a lot of Corinthian stuff around. Meh.
Oh my god, this song's so loud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bridge clear, bridge clear, bridge clear.
Library.
Oh.
Nice, it's like, aw. I wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah. What a smack things.
Oriel will produce the book bag and start looking for things.
Yep, I would like to do the same. I am what they call a reader. Actually, I need to go on this side.
Oh, actually, before any of that, most critically, absolutely most important, Joriel's gonna take this wizard hat and put it on Panjandrum.
Oh, okay. Panj. Joriel approaches you with a hat.
The great Panjandrum accepts this hat in the spirit in which it is given. I hope it's too big for him.
It is a little too
It
big
is.
for you.
I suppose I should ask, is it magical or cursed or anything, or is it just a big floppy hat?
You put the hat on the man, and you're like, this could have been cursed. Fuck.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is exactly what needs to happen.
Oh man.
I gotta get Data Slice to draw that.
Yeah, you the hat in particular, you don't feel any different when you've got it on you.
Oh, I feel different.
Well, you
I
don't
feel awesome.
You feel awesome, but you don't feel like any additional magical power has been given to you. You're just oozing charisma is all.
That's right. Giant floppy hat, sword that's too long for me.
You've definitely got the trappings of a much taller man.
Yes.
I love how the Great Pangendrum is essentially our mascot. If our mascot could blow up an entire room whenever the hell he wanted.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Corinthian mascot right there.
Yeah.
He's just a small little guy. Fireball. Wait.
He's just a little guy with a lot of fireball slots.
I would like to start searching and perusing these shelves of books.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Ooh, what would be? I would like to see if this is this like a Cruthian library? Does it look like these are written about humans essentially?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. And Rotak, I do see your performance check there. The cimbalo there is well tuned and has been cleaned and played before from the timbre of the sound. It is
Fuck's sakes.
under your fingertips. Makes beautiful music with your 20 performance check.
You'll say nat 20 performance. Rotak, who has only ever played the piano once before, when he was damn near possessed in that other room by playing the piano, just decides to start playing the piano again and apparently remembers what the ghost taught him about the song.
Yep. These books are about subjects that sound real boring and or difficult for Nizak. Things like extraplanar and planetary travel through the immense void sea.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna walk away halfway through that title. He has absolutely no interest.
This one over here has mathematics of, and then walks away.
Math? I don't need math. I just hit shit. And I'm assuming that's how it's gonna kind of go for me for these shelves that way.
For many of these shelves, you do certainly find one shelf that's just full of bawdy romance and fantasy novels.
I would like to pick one up that doesn't seem the most like egregious, but still looks like it's a nice read.
Okay. All right, Nizak.
I'm then going to take that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to present the book to Morrigan.
Okay.
Ah, okay. I love books.
Yes. I found this. I think you might enjoy reading. And he'll just present it.
Oh.
I'm gonna just do an insight check real quick.
I can do.
I've grabbed the smuttiest book off the shelf by accident.
I was gonna say I could go one of two ways with this thing. I could go.
He sounded fucking possessed. I'm like, are you okay?
All right.
Yeah, like I read a book. I don't know. I'm zombie.
All right. So he hands you the novel of Bodices and Bustiers.
Oh, damn it! You took my joke away.
It's a gripping romance novel. It's 147 pages of intense erotic romance. It was
I'm
penned.
gonna shove it right back into Nizak's chest.
It was penned by the late great Amelia Everhart.
Oh.
Damn it, my joke was taken, because I was gonna be like, if it's a normal book, Rotak's gonna be like, oh, Miss Morgan likes reading? Here, have a book. And it's literally that exact book.
Why is
that I have
everyone
in my
giving me
inventory.
smut books?
To be fair, it was supposed to be a wholesome encounter, but when you do that, he kind of just looks at it, looks at the title, quickly throws it over his shoulder, stares at you for a second, and scarpers away.
What are you staring at me for?
Well, because you can't see any expression on his face because of the fucking helmet.
All right, so you
In
throw.
reality,
Like blushing.
it's
or
a look of
something, I don't
horror.
know.
Yeah,
It's a look of horror at what he's done.
You've thrown of bodices and bustiers onto the floor.
I don't want to be
It's
anywhere
right.
fucking near that book.
Mr. Joriel.
The great Panjandrum picks it up,
Mm.
flips through a few pages, reads some, and goes, "Ooh."
All right, you now have of
Oh,
bodices
wow.
and bustiers in your inventory.
I'm gonna whack him over the head.
There's
Not right now.
there's a Pange. Do you like do a quick like shuffle through the pages just to see if there are any pictures?
Absolutely.
Okay. There's a very saucy lithograph on the
Oh, I'm done. Goodbye.
in the center page.
I'm gone. Bye.
He's sticking the book under his hat.
All right, you stuff the book in your hat.
I'm gonna go look for books that I want to read.
All right.
Unless they're all smut books.
They're
I
not.
would burn the whole library.
They're not all smut books. It's actually just one shelf over here that Nizak took from.
Oh, okay. At least it's organized. Wait, is there like in a library it has like all like has labels of what they are?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Uh,
want to find some history books.
all right. Yeah, you can easily find some history books.
No, Imp, you may not eat my pretzel goldfish. Go away.
It depends on what.
Mother.
Meta. It depends on what era of history you're looking for and about what.
Something to do with this situation.
Which
It would help.
Which one? The one that you're in, or the one that these people keep talking about?
Is it silly to say yes? Question mark.
Well, yes would imply that both things are the same thing, and they're not.
Okay, so I'm thinking because the
¿Por
stuff.
qué no los dos?
Well, if I do that, I'm gonna be like reading through like a dozen books, and I don't have time for that right now.
Hmm.
God, what would help the most? Because I didn't know who the king was, and what era was he from, and if him being there was just a part of the trial and the tests, or that what we're going through is based on a certain time of all of history. You know, we're gonna sort of context clues to help me figure out how to break this cycle.
So what you're really looking for is references to the King Dumas, and when that happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're kind of paging through, and go ahead and give me an investigation check for me.
Sure. With guidance.
Okay. The 20's good. So as you're going through these books, you're kind of looking for references to kings and sort of thing. Most of the kings you see mentioned here are either Kahalian or the Corinthian Justian line. Stegnia doesn't have kings, for example. They have an emperor. And Helmagistan has never been united under any sort of like feudal structure. They've remained, nomadic tribal for as long as they've existed. And all of the books here reference that Shia has been destroyed. And there's no books referencing Ansai at all. It's like it doesn't even exist, or didn't exist. You know that Ansai did exist, but it was destroyed when Tal invaded, destroyed utterly, and its people disappeared. That's from your recollection. They never came back. They were gone forever.
Is there like a date of which this book was written?
The book that you are holding was written in 1070, which is about 20 years after, a little bit more than 20 years after the invasion of Krunth, when Tal's crusade began. It references several events that you have no recollection of because they happened after your time. The Talian invasion into Krunth happened in the 1040s. The splitting of the country in half, 1052. The end of the war, 1057. The revolution, 1060.
Wow, this is blowing my mind.
The ascension of King Dumas, 1062. The death of King Dumas, 1063. Several pages are skipped after that, and then Krunth invades Selbria in 1183. And then it invades Fringoth, which these are countries you have never even heard of before. Then invades Greater Kahalia and Hekruka, taking over the entire south. It then invades Zictegnia 10 years later, then sweeps over the southern half of the continent in the span of 20 years. And then attacks the Elven Empire in 1358. It nearly annihilates the Elven Empire, and then it collapses. Humanity is then nearly exterminated by something. No references to what it actually was. It is then boarded back up into the five kingdoms: Krunth, Kahalia, Fringoth, and Selbria. Its jailers are the elves, the high elves, the plains elves, the forest elves in general. The Elven Empire in general are their jailers. And that is about 200 years after a marker called After Total Destruction. 400 years after ATD is a marker that says the Dark Sea spotted in Haima. 500 years after the total destruction, the northern Darthax have sunken into the Dark Sea. Annihilation is upon us. It is over. And then there are no entries after that.
And my brain is kaput. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. Not only because, like, the things happening after my time, that's a little shocking for me, but I'm not sure how well this can help me put the pieces together unless there's more pieces I'm missing. Being in sort of like a secluded community is working against me, I suppose.
You look troubled, Morrigan.
Just this book talks about events that happened after my passing. It's just the destruction.
Oh, ATD, After Total Destruction?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. There's a bunch of records and letters from this place called the Studium that I found at another library that reference that event. Out of character, just because it's been so long since we referenced it. That was basically the elves' third attempt at wiping out humanity,
Yeah.
Jesus,
and
that's relentless.
a successful one.
No. They
Success?
weren't
Or-
successful, but they managed to box them in.
Or yes, a successful enough that you call it total destruction.
Yeah.
Is that why it's referencing like something to be completely wiped from existence? I don't know if the name is escaping me, but I'm gonna just point out to where this one place that doesn't exist, but I know it exists.
Onsai?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the things we've read, that was destroyed by demons, not elves.
Right.
Okay.
And that was destroyed
Still.
by Tall.
And that's... I don't know the exact numbers, but that's still like decades before ATD.
Yeah. Long time before.
I think for something like this, time is inconsequential.
Yes, but I suppose there still is value in us piecing together the timeline. We still don't know exactly where Behemoth flips the table, as it were, where he decides enough is enough and we're going to restart everything.
Which timeline is that from?
How many are there?
Many.
One where the elves try to wipe out humanity a third time and are largely successful.
Maybe this place that is missing survived in your timeline, but not that one.
I misspoke.
Hmm.
The marker for the beginning of ATD is actually 1924 in the Justian record.
That's still like 900 years after the Italian Crusade-ish.
Yep.
Yeah. So Corinth goes on for a while, has a civil war, like splits in half, civil war. New kingdoms form. King Dumas lived during this 900-year period. And then the elves attack again. That's oddly hopeful, I guess, that the Italian Crusade wasn't the end of humanity.
Out of character, I appreciate the reference to Alexander Dumas. The king was Dumas.
Yeah.
It's an H, not an S.
Yeah.
Oh, Dumas. Okay.
Dumas. Yeah.
As much as I enjoy Count of Monte Cristo,
Yeah. So 1924 is the marker for for ATD beginning.
Okay. Is that? I guess how far? What are the most recent records we've found? Is it here?
recent to what?
Like the most time passed after ATD. Looking for if elves conquering humanity isn't the end of a timeline. What is? What happens that Behemoth decides things need to be reset?
There's plenty of tables here with papers and books. Do you want to search the room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, guys, go ahead and make investigation checks.
Right.
I'm also going to investigate for anything that looks nifty.
Nifty.
You can't read most of this stuff. You can only read you can read Darthaki, Elvish, and Scaldi because he's only got common Kruik. So yeah, anything that looks nifty.
That's a 10.
Yep, certainly is. It's neat. There's some plant samples and stuff over here on this table. Some unrecognized herbs. Humanoid skull, spellbook, scroll, demon skull. There's a couple potions over here. There are a bunch of records on these tables about historical boundaries that don't quite match up with what's listed on the papers, with later dates, with the notations of ATD. So there's sort of like some wibbly wobbliness with borders. There is some information about hiring of troops. The desk over here has a log of who the visitors were. All of the notations are in ATD. The most frequent visitors are Remy, Illyria, and Vecchia.
What's the last entry?
The last entry is from a Grayson. After a while, a Lily and a Grayson start to show up very often. But Remy, Illyria, and Vecchia are the most frequent, and then interspersed among them are the other two, Lily and Grayson. The last entry is a Grayson in like 456 ATD.
56 ATD. Dart will not Dart. Joriel will I guess like say to the others, I think I might have something here. 456 ATD, and we'll just start like meticulously. I know taking 10 or taking 20 isn't a thing here, but it just numerically going through however long it needs to take, unless something happens or someone objects, looking for. I can't numbers. 486 ATD.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out.
Yeah, like
when
I'm looking for
happened.
records around that last entry.
Yeah.
Or leading up to it.
Okay. There is, after a few hours of perusing the stacks, you find what looked like a throwaway, a small journal. Thin, not even an inch thick, leather-bound, vellum paper. The hand is shaking. The words are in Kruic, but it's a different form of Kruic. It's kind of like whoever taught this person to write taught them to write in Dark Elvish first, because of the way the sentences are put together. Kruic follows a very English or German sort of format, whereas Dark Elvish's format changes as it goes on in a paragraph. Different sentences can change the way you do the grammar in earlier sentences, and so you have to have completed your entire thought before you can write anything down. And that's just the way the language works. For this person, they have paragraphs that are written so cohesively. They are thinking about writing in a Dark Elvish way, but the language is Kruic. And it is about something that seems to be not at all important. This man is talking about how they've managed to protect their borders from the Dark Wave, the Dark Tide, the Black Tide. It's mentioned a few times. This force is what is the true danger, the thing that will truly wipe things out. It is a endless thing. It's an all-consuming thing. The Void Sea or the Dark Sea is a mirror. This kind of like language about these things. So there's two concepts here about competing ends of the world, and two apocalypses happening at the same time. The bloody and violent one is the dark or the black tide or wave, right? And the other one is the dark or void sea. The one that you understand the most is the black tide or the dark tide or the dark wave, the black wave. He mentions it all 4 ways. That is
Black tide, dark tide, dark
wave.
wave.
Wave and dark, black and tide, all 4 of those words can be mixed matched in that sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is
And
only
the void sea is
the other one is only referred to as either the dark sea or the void sea. And the dark or void sea always comes from the north. It always starts in Haima. His entry's right. And the later it goes on, the later this little journal goes on, and it like skips 15 years at a time and that sort of thing, the further this void sea has gone. It's sort of like somebody drew a line across the map. It's like everything beyond this line, gone, has sunken into it, and is just eaten by it, as if pulled in. And then the other thing, the dark tide or the black tide, the wave, is just this violent, not demonic, but demonic force that has rolled over humanity and most places, killing everything in its path. Elves, humans, didn't matter, doesn't matter. Everyone's a victim. Violent, cannibalizing, they kill each other to make more of them. They're monstrous in every way. And this spit of land has managed to hold on to itself because Mother, it lists, it says, Mother has stayed, and she will stay until the last minute, but I will not go with her. I choose my end to be here, is what it says. Eventually it stops having entries. But it does give the tide a name. But you only know how it's said or spelled in Kruik. You don't know how to pronounce the word itself. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to you.
Should I, in my notes, write unpronounceable nonsense word, or is there actual letters I could write down?
There's letters you could write down, but it doesn't, it's a nothing word. It's probably a proper noun in a language you don't understand.
Fair.
Yeah.
Can Joriel have those letters to write down for note-taking purposes, or is it just kept as unpronounceable nonsense word?
It is spelled VASH apostrophe IR, capital IR.
Okay. Lovely.
It's like a dark elvish notation in a Kruik sentence about a word in a third language you don't know.
Excellent. I think I found it.
What did you find?
Well, multiple ends of the world. The things that what doesn't well, yeah, actually they refer to 2 things. One called the Void Sea, which is just sort of like this consumptive annihilating, disappearing force. They talk about things sinking into it, matter and just matter disappearing. Whereas the Black Tide, different thing. It appears when they say force. Do they mean like forces like monsters, like things, or force as in like this is inducing demonic cannibalistic violence in people?
Oh no, like an actual army.
An army, okay. So then, yeah, a demonic, but not demonic army killing everything in its path and killing each other to spawn more of them.
There's like a personal note in there for everyone that falls. 12 more take its place.
This is just a speculation, but if I were a petulant god trying to throw a tantrum and prove a point, a competing apocalypse might be the thing that causes me to want to pick my toys up and go home. Someone decides, well, if you're going to destroy the world, I'll destroy it first.
What if they're not competing? What if they're just collapsing the world together because one could be stopped but two cannot?
Then Nehemoth would be successful, and why would he want to restart the loop? If he gets what he wants, there's no need for this to continue.
Maybe neither one is what he wants, but they are both ending the world to stop him?
The Black Tide sounds like Nehemoth. Even though they're not exactly demons, or they're described as demonic yet not, it sounds like his operations, like the Talion Crusade, just worse. The Void Sea seems different. And they do describe them as competing apocalypses. Obviously, this individual seems to have some knowledge of the situation. Their mother seems to be an immensely powerful being capable of holding back both of these apocalypses for some measure of time. Definitely have to figure out what Vash'ir means, where it comes from, what language it's in. All that to say, I can't find any records after this point, which would suggest that this is where things end and everything resets.
Sort of an out of character question, Jewel, are we under the assumption that our characters all come from like the same-ish timeline?
Yes.
Okay.
Or there is such little difference between the timelines that you do come from that is immaterial.
I was gonna ask if I should roll a history check to see if Rotak would have any knowledge of something like the Black Tide, given the fact of certain other things.
What do you know, man? No.
I remember a different timeline in which the Black Tide came about much, much faster.
Yeah, I know you do. But that didn't happen in the same period that Rotak lived. So
Right, I was curious if maybe I roll history and be like, oh, Rotak's from a timeline in which it happened even faster than that. But
yeah,
you know.
no, I get you. So you're talking about
The
this.
joy of having. Sorry, go ahead.
You're talking about this fairly loudly, Joriel, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna move Pange over here. I want Pange and Nizak and Morrigan to all roll history checks at this point.
Okay, guidance.
Guide me.
Oh god.
Wow, y'all got pretty close to each other.
Ah. Okay, so these are to be a little bit different. So, Panch, we'll start with you. Panch, you know a story about, he's talking about apocalypses, different apocalypses happening at the same time. You know a story that Master Auric told you. It's an old tale like about when the human tribes were wandering the world looking for places to live after they left the West. And it takes place in this area that has like a mountain, and these people live in the mountain. And your general understanding of the story is it got wintry, and it stayed that way for a very long time, more than it should have. And these monsters that Joriel is talking about showed up and attacked them relentlessly. And eventually, some of these folks got away through the other side of the mountain, but most of them were killed and all died. That's a story you remember about this. Go ahead.
The great Panjandrum, all this serious research has been going on, snuck a little ways away and has been looking through the novel.
Yeah.
And he looks up and relays this information and then says, also, the great Panjandrum has questions.
Right.
Got it.
Sorry, you're
The
saying...
great... Hmm?
I'll answer your questions if you answer mine.
Okay.
Let me get through
sorry.
everybody else's thing first.
For sure.
Yeah. Nizak, I'll do yours next. Your religion, your Dark Elven religion that you are or were an adherent of and a paladin of, talks about how when doom comes, it swallows you up from below. It is like your city sinks into this darkness that comes out of nowhere, and everything's gone in those moments. It is fast, it is painless, it is as if you were being pulled or you swallowed or sink into a pit of nothing. An endless pit of nothing. And that's like widely accepted among your people as to how the world ends.
Yeah.
Morrigan, you have a memory of something that is a little related to this. You remember your family finding a what you thought was a midden, a trash heap sort of thing. It's a pit where like refuse and that kind of stuff winds up, right? Usually primitive cultures do that sort of thing to just take care of their waste. In this pit were bones, and the bones did not match any known species of humanoids that you were aware of. They were probably like 5'2" at the most, at the biggest 5'4", maybe at times. There were a few that were huge, but most of them were rather short. they always had like crude but savage weapons and armor buried with them. Their mouths had like 8 to 10 fangs in them just for ripping out throats and that sort of thing. They didn't have claws or anything like that from what you remember. But their, like, the morphology of their bones indicated they were sexless. They didn't have, like, a gender. They didn't do any sort of, like, birthing or anything like that. How they reproduced was mysterious, and you've never seen that before. It was strange enough that it was scary. It was one of those places your tribe was like, this place is cursed, it is evil, we're going to bury it forever. And that's what your people did. They buried it, left markers of like, hey, don't go fucking anywhere near here, and stayed away from there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Oh, there was one other thing. I'll say this for all three of you, since all three of you kind of like came from periods that had civilization. There are unexplained old ruins everywhere in the north, everywhere in Corinth. They're all over the place. They don't make any sense as to how they're there. Corinth hasn't been around a super long time, according to like the records that you have. Like from, you know, when you lived, Morgan, it was, you know, not even the 1030s yet. So Justine calendar counted out to, you know, maybe 1,000 years, right? Some of these ruins were there and have been there for much longer. For Nizak, you know that some of the places that your people built stuff are so ancient and have been there for such a long time that it feels like it was your people just moved in. And Pange, you know, like you're kind of like remembering a little bit about these conversations that Master Auric and Morris had, and Morris was talking about the Undercities and how some of the bigger ones, like the one in Fordeth, has a city underneath it, and a city underneath that, and another one, and another one, and another one, just buried deep and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Just cityception.
Yeah, it's
Cities all the
cityception.
way down.
All the way down. Yeah, it's just there are places in this world that do not make sense for how old the world is supposed to be. There's a castle in the northern Darthax, supposedly made of crystal, that is supposed to be a safe place to go if things get bad, but you have to get there before a certain time. You get the impression that Morris was trying to warn a friend, and your master was like, this is bullshit. This doesn't make any sense. You're crazy. So,
As he often was.
right. So, that's what you guys are. This is what this conversation is reminding you guys of. Things that you never would have thought of before. That your brain was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. It's got to be something else, right? And you just forgot about it until right now.
What did Morris mean, say hi to Bob? Who's that guy?
Who's Bob?
Ah, the subtle references.
Mm-hmm. It's just me and you, buddy.
Yeah, so do Scaldi have an oral tradition since they don't have books? Can I roll history to see what the Scaldi have related to this? Because, man, I want to know something.
Yeah, absolutely. Scaldi do have oral histories, yeah.
I've got all
I
this.
don't know
I've got all this
something.
in person knowledge about everything everyone else just learned, and I'm like, I want to learn something new. All right, do I roll? Let's do history or religion for the Scaldi. Which would it be more of?
History. I mean, okay, so you know the world's a lot older than it seems, but there are natural places that have been there much longer than um than it seems. You know, like ancient trees so tall and so old that for the world to be as young as it's supposed to be doesn't make any sense. It's not possible.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that like would occur to Rotak.
Yep.
Yeah. There's strangely shaped stones and fields and in the land that would become Krunth that were, now that you've been here, we're like, oh, those were obviously buildings. Who built them?
Because they were there before the humans came and started a war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Should we check for time?
it's 11:43. Yeah. So, I'll give you guys the 15 minutes if you guys want to finish this conversation out.
So, pulling this all together. Rotek, Morgan, Nizak, you all say that there are incredibly old buildings, old ruins. It's not making sense to me. Does each timeline play out in the same physical space? There's remnants of... Or is it just the gods built something before? Or did the gods create something before they created elves? And thus were actually a second attempt that went awry?
If these monsters were buried, these weird, fanged, sexless monsters were buried, then they must have come before. Maybe they came back later.
Did they have an entire civilization that spanned the entirety of, everywhere?
You say these Vashir seem like they are Nehemoth's thing. Maybe they were, and maybe when the god was cast down, they were cast down.
Maybe.
Humanity. You said elves took down humanity more than once. They
They
invaded
tried
us.
3 times.
They took Cruent lands from the Scaldi much later. We did not know of such elven attempts on them. Maybe this is similar. Could this black tide have come back and forth, and those who escaped over the mountains that Panjandrum has mentioned, could those have come back to rebuild humanity afterwards?
Why would it not be present in any of our histories then? This... Did the gods sort of just insert a fiction into all of our stories that we were created by them, and thus there was nothing before our creation? Did they... Where did we forget? At what point in our history did we forget? Because I am now realizing that I was born at the very beginning of a lot of this, or what I thought was the beginning, and yet there was. Can I make a history check here?
Yeah, make a history check.
I will spend the enhance ability because I'm thinking so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, worth
Nice.
it. Definitely worth it with that one on the other end.
Yup.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Go ahead.
in my. Are the Vashir or the creatures that Nizak's talking about? Did they seem like they were responsible for the construction of these ruins that are everywhere?
You mean Rotak?
Or well, because Nizak, yeah, sorry, the creatures from Nizak's. If we're going to call the creature from Nizak's histories the Vashir,
No, so, just to cut in, Nizak's history was the Void Sea consuming from underneath. Morrigan found the pit of bodies, and...
I thought it was Nizak found the pit of bodies. Morgan found the pit of bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, sorry. If the creatures from Morgan's history, are they responsible for the ruins that seem to dot in everybody's histories?
Your history check, I don't think would be. That's more of a solve the puzzle.
We'd have to do archaeology about it.
Yeah, but your history check, you're thinking about all this old stuff, about stuff that is ancient. You were a courier during the war.
Mm.
You went all over the place. You are remembering stuff that you didn't remember before. You have seen places in your homeland where the gods used to tread, that now that they have all mentioned these things also don't make sense. But the architecture is elven in your homeland. The architecture that Nizak describes is dark elvish in design. The things that Pange is talking about seems to be human. Even Rotak's describing buildings that are more or less human, as you all are talking about this. It seems like the people that lived and built things there, whoever occupied that land before them was just like them, or their precursors or something. But that's not the thing that you really remember that disturbs you. The thing that disturbs you about this conversation the most is you were quite far away when you saw this, in a crystal hall in the high halls of the High Elves. A place where all the hoity-toity types and the more pure or closer to the primal elves, the prime elves, the first ones, lived. Delivering a message. You were there not very long. You were just turning in papers. But you remember seeing her across the room, as if she was some kind of goddess herself. The pale elf, the black one, with her black hair and her red eyes, speaking to some patriarch of elven kind, as if he was her lesser, as if she was some kind of empowered avatar or goddess walking about. And you saw her smile, and she had more fangs than anyone should. Elves don't have fangs.
No, they fucking don't.
She did. She had fangs. And she is the mother of many of your kind.
Cardanel Mora.
Mm-hmm. And that is chilling to you. That's definitely drawing a bridge between the generation of your people and Nehemeth, and the generation of these things that Morrigan's family and tribe found in the ground, her clan, and her.
Are we all descended from these things?
With your 25 intelligence check, and I think we've worked our brains over quite a lot here. The meaning of the word kind of springs to your mind. It was written in Dark Elvish. It has an intonation that might have been Elvish once, but it is definitely high demonic as well. But this word means children.
We... Nehemeth, the demons, angels, they all claim that that Valgast is their home originally before us. Right?
Are you asking the
Joriel,
the DM? Or
Joriel's
room?
asking the crowd, just because...
Out of character, did Joriel tell everyone that Vashir means children?
He did say idly, like, are we all descended from these things? But I guess, are we their children? Is that what or are the Vashir the children of... Vashir are children of the gods? Vashir, I don't know.
All of the gods? Or just one? You mentioned it seemed like that was of Nehemeth, and maybe the competing apocalypse was the Void Sea. If you are right, and these things, these Vashir are the children of Nehemeth, maybe the Void Sea consuming them is why he flips the table.
Competing apocalypse. But
The loss of his children, because they spread everywhere, and he does not wish for them to fall into nothing.
what disturbs me is Cardan Almora, the Black Elf. If she was a Vashir, and she was essentially the progenitor of a huge proportion of elven kind, and concurrently we have Vashir corpses in Morrigan's people's history and ruins that are we all descended from Behemoth? Is being created by power a lie?
Maybe that is why Dart had the power to give everyone's afterlife away?
Because he was...
Because you are all.
We
Rotak's like
already-
looking
we
at
already-
himself like, I'm not one of you. I'm a Scaldi. But like he's having to like I don't know how that's really affecting him. He's now partitioning this as like, oh yeah, cool. Elves, dark elves, and humans are all related to this dark god because of whatever this is.
Well, this wouldn't suggest that Dart had any special authority. It would suggest that we always belonged to Behemoth because we are his children.
Dart was just the one who made the deal.
Yeah.
Because he had the favor of Azuloth. Maybe? Sounds
I don't like
weird.
it. And we're definitely still missing something. But what is this? Why all these contrivances then? Why all this fiction about humans are blessed by justice, elves are blessed by power, dragons are blessed by wisdom? Why act like why conceal the truth of our creation?
Maybe it is not a concealment and we are missing pieces. Maybe these children are just the children of Nehemeth somehow, and we must find that.
And we're not connected to them at all?
Maybe you all survived them. We survived them. I don't know. They are not in my history.
Well, we've spent hours tossing this library. Oh, sorry?
The Great Panjanrum was created by Corinthian biomancers.
Yeah, that is honestly probably for the best.
That's
At least you got to know your creator and they weren't lying to you this whole time.
At least they learned to make better than human and make good lizard.
Very good lizard.
Good lizard wizard.
Lizard.
I need a drink, I think.
Like wine? And Rotak hands a bottle out.
Honestly, sure. Joria will drink the wine.
You get a Maltal Red.
Lovely.
Do I have multiple of these Maltal Reds? I have 3 charges on a Maltal Red and none on the white. Whatever. We'll figure that out later. Cool.
It's just that the timeline doesn't line up properly. From what I recall, at least as it was taught to me, the gods create the elves. Power blesses us. We are forbidden to travel to the realm of the gods. Scaldi emerge naturally. Humans are made by the gods. Justice blesses them. Then, elves try and wipe out humans. Gods intervene, create dragons. Then, several hundred years after this first war, is when the earthly gods banish the light and dark gods to their distinctive realms. It would suggest that Nehemeth didn't Nehemeth was still working with. Is all the history before? Oh god. Out of character, I'm struggling to piece it together, but it's like, is all the history before the first war fake? Or is all the history before the light and dark gods banishment fake? I don't know.
Unfortunately, the trick out of character. This is out of character. It's unfortunately with competing timelines and the fact of history being written by the survivors. Who knows?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like passing out at the desk.
Also, I did
Under-
smoke your brain right before all this, so you're forgiven.
We had a puzzle. We had a "Are you smarter than a 5th grader?" puzzle with the fountain, and now we're in this learning so many things.
Yeah, it's kind of we're in an ancient we're in a college level ancient history lesson, and we're talking about the Mesopotamian Empire.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about the Proto-Indo-European Empire. Apparently, there was one, and we were all lied to about it.
Yep, sounds about right.
All right.
Joriel's gonna keep drinking.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, brother.
I think this is a good place to pause, and we'll pick this up next session. in 2 weeks.
Yep.
All right, everybody. I'm glad I smoked your brains. Hopefully, they'll be good and juicy for next session. I hope you guys had fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down stream. Everybody have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.